everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Straight up, your boy needs a win. I mean, he's had good runs. He squandered one, PKZS, LJT1. But simultaneously, the last one, probably like if you took like a split second at the exact moment an enemy took damage from that incredible combination of Polyphemus, Proptosis, Monstro's Lung, Quad Shot, and the world's worst rate of fire, that might be the most damage output in a single frame we can do to an enemy, or we have ever done to an enemy at least. Because you can just stack up infinite damage upgrades. You get the idea though. However, charging that shot up took literally like 100 years. So, it's like playing a big character in Smash 64. Sure, you land that donkey punch, and I know what that means in both senses of the word. I'm talking about the neutral B move as Donkey Kong in Smash Bros. 64. What are you talking about? Some kind of antiquated internet meme from the year 1990 negative? Here, you're taking passive damage. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I'm still shooting. This is terrible. But that run was just annoying. That's the end. Full stop. End of story. So on today's run, I'm taking Isaac. We have stuff to do as Isaac, so there's like a luxury there that we have the opportunity to play as Isaac. But also, I'm taking Isaac because I want to be able to reroll trash and other dubious items, and hopefully, like, to be honest, I'm kind of hoping for a stomp today. Do we have to do boss rush? No, we don't have to do boss rush. We don't have to do hush. We will do delirium if the game is kind to us and gives us a beautiful run. Otherwise, we'll tell it to frig off. Now, I don't want to use my bomb to look for a secret room. I want to use it to get a spirit heart as early as possible. 20 cents could render that unnecessary, but we'll take a look. Start here. Yas. Absolutely. Now, we're not quite at arcade levels yet, but that's okay, too. You know, Steam sale is going to pay dividends later, if not sooner. Worth shooting just to see if there's petrified poop, but I'm not going to go out of my way too much to make it happen. If it happens, it happens. Otherwise, no harm, no foul. Okay. I do, you know, I'm starting the run with elevated blood pressure after having been baited so many times on our last run. I will admit. We would get to a 4-second charge, and then when I shot, it would be like, just kidding. You need to wait 4.3 seconds. And now you got to start from 0. It was heck. It was not a fun time. Please don't walk into the enemies just to pretend you have an orbital. The face of the Super Envy is how I feel right now. This one right here. The 26 by 26 Twitch emote size. Not the one with the teeth bared. Not the one with the smile. The one where its smile is just a line and its eyes are 2 dots. That's how I feel about this room early on. Now, we could play better. But where's the fun in that? Just looking for the item room. I'm here for a good time. And possibly a long time. Here's a controversial opinion. Super Envy on the first floor is horrible, but does not need to be changed. Yes, if it doesn't pay out with Shupita Whoop, it wasn't worth your time. The troll bomb is going to make things highly annoying, and possibly, you could get killed pretty easily fighting that guy. But on the flip side, it's high risk, high reward. Like, if you end up getting Shupita Whoop, that's a game-winning item. And, it hasn't always been, but if you don't think that Shupita Whoop wins your runs, I think you're living in the 23rd century. And I don't know what happened to change things. Probably a buff or a nerf that was completely unnecessary and anti-fun, but so be it. Oh, hello, didn't see you there. Okay. We can be prodigious with our rerolls. We don't want to. Give me this. I know it's bad for range, but after having the run that we just had, I'm ready, dude. Give me that 5 rate of fire. And I'm going to shoot some poops. I will shoot some poops. I don't necessarily want to go out of my way to get petrified poop, but if we get it, we get it. I do want an arcade on the next floor, and I'm proving it by way of my own actions. It's probably going to be my last run of the day, so I definitely do not want to go out on a loss. But it has been known to happen, and Our HP, you know, could be in a better place. By being in a better place, I don't mean, you know, dead. That's what people normally say when they, or what people normally mean when they say in a better place. In this case, I mean like we could, I mean like Hawaii, you know, like we could have a Hawaiian amount of HP, like The Rock. Okay, more HP. We're ready. This haunt fight does not perturb me. Our rate of fire is real nice. So I think that's as good of a counter as you can get to this guy. Next to, like, blowing a chaos card early or something like that. And we'll just freaking pummel him. So we do have battery charges. Not very smart there. We could go for a reroll very, very easily. If we don't like what we get. And what do we like? Probably a Spirit Heart. I would take anything that gives me a Spirit Heart plus. You know, like Squeezy, for example. HP, tears, speed. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. A little Halo action. I don't know why I became Howard Dean there. I could ruin my political career. Yeah! I'm gonna go to Pennsylvania, Ohio, Massachusetts, Delaware, Maryland, Rhode Island, and then we're gonna go to Washington. We're gonna take the White House. Yeah! Still, it's from a simpler time. But regardless. And now, how do you know who Howard Dean is when you live in Canada? I'm delighted to let you know the rest of the world knows everything about American politics. Because it affects the rest of the world, and also, it's just fascinating. I don't know, there might be other countries on Earth. I wouldn't necessarily assume that America has what would, to me, be the strangest political campaigns of all time. The Canadian political campaigns are not necessarily like, you know, people aren't exclusively debating the issues. Let's put it that way. We haven't had a little delirium yet, so we'll take it. Probably reroll that, though. But it's a lot less, I mean, it feels a lot less like mudslinging, for example. I think, hear me out here. Mr. Me, get this out here. Yeah, give me starter deck. We've had all these items. Thank you. Emperor. Very happy to see it. We'll try to reroll Mr. Me. Even before we reroll Polydactyl. Oh my lord, thank you. And what's this? 2 of Hearts? Yeah, why not? This is great stuff. Now it's all coming together. Like, let me, you I'm sure are familiar with the 2016 American election campaign. If you weren't, I'd advise you to look it up. It would explain a lot about, you know, the world, but also, like, the election, which just happened 2 years ago. It was a little mean-spirited, I think is fair to say. Simultaneously, Canada had an election in 2015. The most vicious attack ad was speaking about Justin Trudeau, where a supposed focus group that consisted of actors went, "He's just not ready." And then at the end of the ad, a guy went, "Nice hair, though." Which is a great backhanded compliment. Or it is a backhanded insult. Well, I guess it's really just a backhanded insult is a compliment. Wait, a backhanded compliment is an insult. That's what I mean. Because, you know, he's saying nice hair, but it's also like, you know, implicitly you're like, just because he has nice hair means he can't rule the country. You want a pretty boy ruling your country? Or administrating, I guess is probably the word you prefer to use. So it's not that it's not, you know, there are attack ads up here. And who knows what it's going to be like. 2019 is our next federal election if things proceed, you know, according to standard operating procedure. But we all, I mean, it's fascinating television every time. Even prior to the last one, it's always must-see TV. And it also goes on for 100 years. You got a card for me, right? I should never do this, but I always do. So I think the sensible choice is to go back here. Accept Polydactyl. Oh, I love it. Yeah, okay. Accept Polydactyl and re-roll the bottle of pills. and then Emperor card and hope for an early deal with the Devil on the next floor. And the only thing you're hoping for with respect to that is that you get good pace. Not even worth touching, except I don't think we've had it. So we'll touch it real quick. And I think, to be honest, I think we have had it. And then we'll Emperor card early, although we won't have a reroll available. So maybe we'll wait a little bit. Maybe we'll Emperor card on the 4th floor or something. We're so far behind schedule, but the run is good. It is. Yeah, grab it. We'll get a card. The moon. When the moon hits a card, it's a secret room for you to go to. Don't deny it. You know it's true. No, thank you. All right. So I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. I don't really want to... Well, I don't really need to go to boss rush, but if the capability exists, wouldn't dislike it. You know, how do I feel about Delirium as an item? I mean, for 1 heart, if we can afford it, it's not a bad pickup. But I don't think it's... it tends to not really have too much of an impact. So, most of the time, Acid Baby would be pretty interesting. On this particular run, it's not good at all. Because we do not have any pills. We're fundamentally unable to pick up pills. Until we get, you know, little baggy or something, but we'd prefer not to. It's a little Bartleby the Scrivener reference for those of you who are, those of you lit heads, as we call them out there. I don't really like that either. So I'm going to go for broke here. Yes, I don't think it's going to do anything for us, but yes. Why yes? Well, I guess my thinking is that in the future, it might somehow. We can break the tier cap. Give you 1 cent. When life gives you lemons, reroll. Dude, my voice is cracking like crazy. I'm excited. Whenever I hear a voice crack, I'm a happy man. Because it means I might finally be going through puberty. I'm excited to experience all that. Rising testosterone, body hair growth, deepening voice. I don't want to get any more uncomfortable than that. Well, I should have taken more reroll opportunities, perhaps, but at the same time, those first 2 floors really took it out of me. What are you doing? Little Gish, my favorite Delirium option. This run's on the precipice of potential greatness. Little ways to go, like, fire rate is good. I am bad. That's the problem. The problem is me. No. That's painful. You know what? It was a BFF from Delirium. Don't hold yourself too responsible. Take me out of here. I'm ready. Raw Mega. We could really... Ooh, that was a dodge. We could use damage. No! I saw it coming, but I was in the corner. So I said to myself, what does one do? And I didn't have a good answer. Painful. Give me that HP. We need it, sadly. Well, my run that at the start of things looked pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's even close to falling apart yet, but 2 of clubs. Not quite where we want it to be. Most of the time, I might consider taking that, oh, absolutely. I might consider taking that, Hive Mind, just in case, but really feel like our guppy percentage is like negative 1,000. And we're gonna skip everything that doesn't appear to be an item room. So I actually am surprisingly worried about our HP right now. And our consumables. Do you see, like, he almost turned into an enemy, or a familiar that could have blown up in our face. I don't appreciate that, you know? I'm just out here living, trying to make a good life for me and my familiars, and then you gotta turn all self-destructive all of a sudden. Please be a Joker card. We might as well. 2 of Hearts. Also good. I respect any item that can keep us alive. Help. That's alright. 2 of hearts. That's what it's here for. And BFF with Delirium, you know, I'm not expecting it necessarily to dominate, but I am expecting it to help out, well, I mean, roughly twice as well as it had been helping out in the past here. No, absolutely not. We can't, it might break tier cap, but I don't think it does. And even if it does, it's probably only for 1. We kind of need something else. It's good enough, but I'm gonna get greedy. Okay, I don't know, time will tell. That's probably way worse. Fair. Alright, well, F me, I guess. I'm not sure about this one, y'all. I think I just started Isaac, like, the Earth has shifted, like, 1 degree off its axis or something like that. Like, I'm just feeling misaligned with the game. Probably should have just accepted Spider Bite there, but, you know, I was grasping at straws. I was like, if I don't get an item here that's valuable, I'm never going to get a deal with the devil again. And I don't know, maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that I'm willing into existence. Just calm down, relax, enjoy your rate of fire, enjoy your damage, and let's make sure to say thank you to a game that basically gave you the pact for free. And were it not for that item, be in a much more dangerous position right now, with base damage. So, we will fight the boss, mostly because we have the exact right setup for it right now. We're 1 room away from getting a reroll. If we don't get hit, we have a 100% chance of a deal with the devil. It's a terrible boss for us to be facing under relatively delicate circumstances. It was Fire Mind. I started a joke. Started the whole world. And you dropped a Spirit Heart. That's BM. I don't respect that BM. That's BM. Torn photo. Okay. Hilarious. Yeah, I get it. We got a good rate of fire, okay? Am I supposed to complain about it? Thank you for the blood bag, though. Okay, we're back in the game. I don't know what's going on, man. Settle down, straighten up, fly right. It's not a rush situation. Like, we fought 2 bosses that are fairly difficult to take 0 damage against, so, like, I don't hold myself too accountable for not perfecting both of the bosses, given our statistical situation. I think this run, you know, I often talk about, you know, this run's better than it looks. This run's worse than it looks. I've made mistakes on this run, but I think this run is making me look worse than I actually am. Now, blank card, very useful, but perhaps not right now. I'm gonna buy this for 3 cents to save us backtracking. Whoa. I thought it always exploded, but I guess it does contact damage as well. Joker. Ace of clubs. Ace of clubs. Yeah, I know it's Ace of clubs. You don't need to read it. I can read, believe it or not. How are we gonna put this one together? Well, I guess, you know, we could also ask the opposite. How are we gonna break it apart? You know? Standing right next to an enemy while we shoot them is a big part of it. Yeah, you know, okay. I've finally teased out the fundamental source of my idiocy. I don't know if this creep is worth anything for us, but neither really is the glitter bombs. Judgment? Judgment. I've teased out the source of problems on this run. You know what it is? Oh, I love it. Sure, very stupidly took number 1 for muted range and then chose to roll with Hive Mind instead of slowing tiers, which would have been so much better. So I'm basically firing like a lot of tiers that have a pretty decent chance to explode in my face, and I have to be right next to an enemy to fire them. So we've created our own destruction here, which means if we want to get out of it, we're going to have to create our own salvation as well. Why? That seems kind of arbitrary. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes I say things and I don't really think about the consequences of that until after I've said them. The Ludovico, that's the salvation. Lord, we've done it. The game, mercifully, out of the woodwork, says here you go. Cards. Let's go. We've been chosen. This run will work. It will not do boss rush, though. But you know what it will do? Pop the Emperor card and get the heck out of town on the Womb 1, potentially. Oh, dude. Nothing makes me madder than having, like, mapping and not being able to use it. Still. Okay. Problems with this run still exist. Our damage is bad. And it genuinely is bad. Our rate of fire is lovely. It doesn't always mean that much. Oh, we'll definitely take left hand. Not like the cork's doing anything for us. You can see, it's starting to pop. It needs like another couple of ingredients. And then, you know, once you pop, the fun don't stop. Pringles. If it's good enough for the Frito-Lay Corporation, it's good enough for me as a slogan. Not concerned. Lil Delirium coming through in the clutch on occasion with the slightest bit of help. The bare minimum level of support required to be legally considered a familiar. Really thought I had dodged that one, to be honest. Fair enough, though. Not gonna bother playing this room because it scares me. Hello? There we go. So what do we hate? Right now, enemies that turn into other enemies. It's real nasty. In general, crusty jugglers. Moon card. Come together with your card. Save me. You know, that's... Spoon Man, heard of it? Oh, you don't listen to classical music? Sure. I'll take Papula Duplex for a slightly, okay, completely unchanged tier, is what I meant to say. I guess I will take damage here. Oh, I almost squeezed. Incubus. Scary, but also useful. Why scary? Well, I don't want these enemies to explode in my face if possible. Very good time for a Two of Hearts. Just drop a penny, a single penny, sir, is all I ask for. That's it? Are you kidding? How can a shop be so bad so late in the game? It makes no sense. Sure, that's acceptable, but also, what is this shop with one item in it? At this point in our existence. I'll use all the bombs. I'm saving the charges. We're getting a deal with the devil here. Sure, 2 active items. We want something defensive if possible. Come on, dots. Dots! Lovely. No boss. Yes. Not re-rolling that. You never know when that poison could be slightly relevant. Probably should have re-rolled now that I'm thinking about it with any sort of clear head, but... Is there a sadder story in Isaac than getting like a damage upgrade on the first floor or 2 and then being like, well, this could be the start of something great, and then 3 floors later or 5 floors later still having the exact same amount of damage? Yes, there's a sadder story. Like, the story itself is very sad. Don't lose your deal with the devil chance here, please. You! Delirium! But also me. You know what? You don't need deals with the devil to win a run. We dealt with this game, you know, with Flash Eyes and pre-Halloween update. You don't need deals with the devil to win. That's a misnomer. Purported by bald YouTubers. Don't ever speak about this run. This run does not deserve to be spoken about ever again. What do I mean by that? What do you think I mean by that? What I mean is, your boy is an idiot. I don't even think we can get a deal with the devil on this room layout here, which is just hilarious at this point, that we finally have like a decent... Oh, never mind, we got hit anyway. Yo, he's tilted. He's tilted. Oh, I'm tilting over like a freaking oil tanker right now. That's right, give me that HP plus luck. Most valuable stats in the game, bar none. Okay, this is a backwards teleport. Gotta love it. Just kidding, gotta hate it. Deal with the devil teleportation, perhaps? I don't know what happened to me on this run. I'm counting on you, left hand, because I've done wrong. It's not necessarily like, you know, if you look at the run, you're not gonna be like, this is truly heinous, unwinnable. It's winnable. The thing that's sour about it is that, oh lord. Basically, all of the problems relate to me. Oh, Jesus. All the problems relate to me just having not perfected the bosses. That felt like a red chest. The sound is a red chest. And the world is a vampire. Okay, just play. We're cranking up the play stat. We're holding it together. You're too fast. I cannot kill you. I'm afraid to inform you. There's no way that I kill you in this situation. Please. A spirit heart. Oh! No, 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 no. I know we haven't had it, but we can't do that. I'll hope for another teleportation where we can reroll it into a guppy item. I know this is a guppy dream run that we screwed up. Because we have 2 guppy items already. We missed 3 deals with the devil. I think it would be foolish to assume that it didn't at least have the chance. Really? It's a surprise to me that you have chosen to live here. Oh my god. He's done it! Get me out of this run. I'm not guppy. Excuse me. Don't we have hairball? Tail? Why did I think that we had guppy's tail? Was that on our last run? I left the D6 behind. This is a trash fire. I've lost my mind. Just hold this right here. It's doing damage. Very, very meager damage, but damage nonetheless. Keep up the good work. Bob's brain. 36% chance at picking up an item you know you don't want. Go back. We're holding it. I'm sorry. NL.exe has stopped working. Cathedral. It's very likely to be this direction. Okay. Against all odds, you have a chance at victory. Do not squander it. I do want to point out, yes, my low damage is, to a certain extent, a byproduct of my poor performance. However, if you look at this run as it stands right now, we have reason to be mad. Reroll it. Absolutely. Yes. Now we don't. But until then, damage stat was absolutely horrendous. Getting very little help, sometimes hindrance from Delirious, or Lil Delirium, or whatever the heck the item is even called. Now, Ludo, Fly Army, incredible combination. Might need a little bit more HP, very likely to get it. Most enemies will not stand a chance. Hermit, Wheel of Fortune. Well, take Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit down with you. We got a stew going on this one. Really, we just need to not get hit. This is beautiful. This is our ideal run. Set it and forget it. All we have to do is focus on dodging, and then somebody else does the entire job for us. I apologize. I really do. This is probably the worst I've played in maybe 100 runs. But, you know, at least I recognize it. I'll endeavor to make it better in the future. It is what it is. I'm laughing. Deep inside, I feel the pain. Right. Yeah, don't drop the left hand. At this point, why not make a mistake as you proceed towards the exit? We did get an item. What is it? Guppy's Tail. Okay. Telekinesis. Might as well re-roll that one specifically. Hold up. There we go. Wait, no. Yeah, sure. Reroll this. Actually, that makes way more sense. Taurus. Speed down. That's pretty helpful. Happy to see it. Okay, well, this knocks out a dead end for us either way. And this is pretty good. I have lost my tier. There it is. I'm gonna, again, you might think it ridiculous, and it is, and it's stubborn, but I'm gonna keep the left hand because at this point, you know, we might as well just embrace the fact that we've made a mistake just about every capacity you conceivably could on this run. Why stop now? Embrace the trash fire. Win regardless. Plus, we're getting all sorts of banger items. Like Curse of the Tower, for example. Bet you never thought we'd pick that one up on purpose. It's still gonna win. I don't know, this is a deeply unsatisfying run, but hopefully it was at least enjoyable. It's been a long time since we've had a run of this, like, incredible incompetence. This felt like a run from, like, 4 years ago. I didn't even know what half the items did, just picking up icons as they appear on the screen. Not my finest hour. You can't move the Ludo tier in Taurus plays. Yeah, just maybe run into the shot. That seems like a good way to spend your time here. It's alright, we'll finish this episode, take a deep breath, come back feeling refreshed, invigorated, and not nearly as bad. Not nearly as guilty about this performance, I guess. Loving the flies, though. Can I just say, like, were it not for that Guppy Gambit, we would have been... I don't know if we would have been screwed, but we wouldn't have been too pleased. Yeah, just get hit. I mean, again, at this point, why start making enemies by playing well? You might as well, please, might as well just embrace the meme and, you know, coast to victory with 1 HP left on a Guppy Ludo run. Worth it. Oh, he's made it. It's like winning Miss Universe by being the only surviving contestant. Which would be a great plot for, like, a whodunit murder mystery. I'm gonna get to work on that, because clearly my time in the Isaac industry is coming to an end based on this run. No, we won. We did nothing special, but we won. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It was great. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!